So folks, here I'm going to make a delta for this shape key, which is actually a rounded alongside with a kiss, which is horrible. But if we just have the kiss, it is here. I don't recommend exactly the way I'm doing this, but I'm just doing this for the sake of the deltas for shape keys. So I have already made a delta for purse shape here alongside with the kiss shape. So the way I've done this is super bizarre, but well, I guess driver shape keys are like that. So anyways, you have the kiss and you have the purse, and so the delta 1 is acquired by the x negative x location, local location of this master bone here, and the other is by y rotation, y local axis rotation, the kiss one. So by combining location and rotation, it's much less intuitive. I was still able to get the purse kiss to combine properly. So it's like, is that two inputs, one from the x location and the other from y rotation. So here's the expression here. So this is just because I haven't loaded. When I typed here, it already created this, but this is fake. It is reading here correctly. So basically it's just the same patterns that I've made for the individual ones multiplied. So that's just like this, even though one is location, one is rotation. Rotation is more complicated, right? But scale can also be tricky because it starts at 1, right? So, but location is the simplest driver to make expression. But here, you see, this just works in the combination. So if I bring this here, not totally here, so I get just the purse. If I got, let's reset, just the y, we get a little of the kiss, right? And if I start to get a little of this and a little of this, then we start to have, right, purse. Well, I've maximized the purse apparently. Yeah, this was maximized. So let's reduce it a little. So I have this, this, and this one delta, which is starts to grow. And when I reach the maximum there, the delta is at maximum, and the purse and the kisses are at maximum. So you see, this is very regular. So now let's make the delta for that other one that is the rounded, which is the z location, and with the y rotation. So I'm doing this highlight because this will be like easier thing, like not easy, but this fixing is much easier than what I had to do before, and I hope that will work here. So we're gonna add a shape key here, and there are many ways to actually try to make that shape key, but so I have augment here. I'm using this thing here, shape key edit mode, and so this will be the delta. I could leave it, but I really want to get this, when controlling this bone, to have all this stuff. So I think it's clean rig, but it's super annoying. Yeah, I must agree. So it is not purse, it's like rounded kiss. So this is like a delta here, so I'm naming it like that. So I just need to maximize the z and maximize the y, and from this I need to start to fix those things. And so the fix here will be like just about more smoothing, maybe relaxing geometry might help, like say relax slide maybe here, and why not, right? This seems to be a good way to, because on edit mode things get a bit much messier than they. So I found out that for certain cases sculpting is much better for the sum of mesh editing actually. Yeah, a better way to edit, to change the mesh here. But there are some, yeah, sometimes we prefer the modeling. But for this particular problem here, yeah, let's see, that's very rapid, very safe, very functional. And then maybe here it's even hard to say what the expression should be like in a cartoon character. It would be more like caricatural, right? But just not it to look bizarre, right? And so at this point I think I should go back here, and so sorry about the example, it's like a little strange, but it is I think for it shows that. So here let's do some smoothing, let's see if it doesn't, if it all works well. Yeah, so I think it's working, so I think that will be it. So it was rather simple, just this one inner one I'm gonna smooth a lot. Then this face loop, yeah, worth smoothing, and maybe this one. And finally let's check, this one is not smoothing, so maybe just select everything here. Yeah, the topology that I have here is a bit bizarre, right? But it is working. I don't I was experimenting a little, and I'll have to fix something here, but it's just here that is something annoying. Otherwise it is working for most things. Alright, so this would conclude this, the shading, yeah, the shading is still weird, so gonna try to fix here. Yeah, we saw that some faces were really weird, right? And then that would be okay, then I can pick all that, and that should be, and all that, just a final adjustment, and there we go. So this should be the delta, so this without delta, with delta, and so that seems to be a good fix. Even though this is a case that it's like somewhat arbitrary. The driver, so to get this I just copy this driver, save. Sometimes it's crashed for me, I don't know why. So it did driver. I'm gonna get, so this is the var, I'm gonna call it var a, then it calls this, so get var a. It doesn't auto update, so that I'll show that this will disappear if I save and load. Then I'm gonna add here, so I cannot copy driver I think here, so I have to, so make sure here the everything is correct. So it's very easy to get the bone is the same, very easy to mess up. So it is not the X or Z rotation, is the Y rotation. And auto, I don't know, I'm using quaternion and local space. Yes, so make double check here, because okay, and var b. So here it doesn't matter, this is just for the expression here. So times, so var b times, I think I was using this, and here I'm gonna use a negative var, and also here, forgot this, let's see, so the value seems to be pointing towards the correct total amount, which is 1, and which seems to be, so that suggests this is working, the delta is working. So you see 1, 1 and 1, but now let's make sure that this is correct. So unfortunately I cannot pin the shape keys panel, so this is super annoying, I don't know how to do that. So I have to be, so let's move up here, and let's see what happens to the, okay, we have rounded and the delta doesn't rounded kiss doesn't grow. Then we have reset. Let's do the rotate Y. Same thing, similar thing, kiss augment, but not the delta rounded. And now let's reset. Let's GZ and GY, and just a little for both. And so you have a little here, and a little here. So this is working. So then when I reach, I say maximum Z, then we have, okay, maximum rounded, then kiss and delta like that. But then when I maximize here, it maximizes the kiss, it also maximizes that. So 3 at 1, and there we go. So here we got the delta made of this. So the drivers are annoying, but we get used to it. What I think is much harder actually is to get this. So now we have this cool, okay, so I was wary about, so this will be a delta of a delta of a so this diagonal here, I have to make a super delta about it. I don't know how that would be called, but probably would like to avoid it to start with. So this works because this doesn't have the kiss shape. So this is like the delta between the purse and the rounded, but it doesn't include the kiss. So you say this can go like really far, but what I wanted is really just to have this one. So and here, right? So then we have this, and maybe to prevent here, I don't know what to do, but this is like, it's not it's compared to the others, it has less quality, but yeah, this one actually much less quality. All right, so this was I hope this was a good example, folks.